Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier business radio program in the area. I'm host Mike King. I appreciate you being here with us. The views expressed here mine have no connection to, support, or agreement with any other host, information, or ads on the station. I don't work for the station. My program just airs here on a daily basis. Join me in this cutting edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. You can follow me on social platforms, hashtag On the Mic with Mike RVA, as well as Mike King Biz. You know what it is. It is Chamber Wednesday. So we got El Presidente in the house with us. Danielle Fitzhugh is here with us. And so we normally start off with, but it's been a while since you brought a guest.
It has been.
It has been. Yes. Okay. So here, elevator pitch who you are and what you do. And then, okay, so you brought the young guns in the house.
I did.
The young Thundercats.
I did.
Yes. All right.
I'm feeling old. I needed somebody to help lift me up.
All righty. Chesterfield Chamber. Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, we are the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce, representing business and all members who want to do business in the county or want to do business with people in the county. The chesterfieldchamber.com is the place to find us, or you can find us online at Chesterfield Chamber VA.
The only real Chesterfield.
The only yes, I keep getting tagged in
Yes.
Another state's Chesterfield Chamber stuff.
So one of the things that everybody always looks at the chamber about is how old the Chamber of Commerce is. They think it's old and stuffy. And you are here with the young folks part of the chamber, which is enthusiastic and really driving a lot of energy with the chamber. Who'd you bring with you?
They are. I have to keep up. So Eric Arnold, who is with New York Life in his day job, and then he freelances as chair of our Chamber Young Professionals Committee. Eric was member of the month at the end of last year, and his reward is he got promoted.
Yeah. There you go. You had always said, when a person comes in, the chamber's going to work for them about how they work with the chamber.
That's exactly
And
right.
when you see talent, you're going for it.
So we had a plan. We gave him an award. We made him feel all good. And then, so by the way,
how about this? We got this idea. All right. So Eric, welcome to the program. Here we go. We got something special for you.
We got sound effects today, Mike.
We spared no expense. We spared no expense around here with this program. Eric, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All righty. I always say it's a business show. Elevator pitch. Who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is Eric Arnold. I am a financial service professional with New York Life. And the things that I do is I'll try to make sure that individuals and families have their financial house together, starting from their protections to their accumulation and to that nice big old preservation of their nest egg. Make sure that is well taken care of. And in the process, I try to make sure that they have some type of tax-free income as well. So
one of the things is insurance and investments have always been part, especially insurance of the Black world, the minority world. It's one of the ways that wealth passes from one generation to the next. You make sure that happens. You come in, and what's the process like of working with you? When I go, hey, Eric, this is Mike, what happens then?
So the first thing that we do is we definitely would have a conversation. The first thing I would definitely try to do is I'll try to make sure I'm that trusted professional that you're talking to. So I have to make sure that you like me first before we actually start to do business.
Yeah, people do business with people they like, trust,
and
know.
So that's exactly. So we definitely want to start off making sure that you at least get to chance to know me, and then I get a chance to know you, and then from there we'll go about what the next steps are.
What's your relationship? How you were out there minding your business? How did you come to a partner with the Chesterfield Chamber?
So yeah, definitely was out there minding my business.
Exactly.
Just walking around as someone inside of the Chesterfield Chamber, Dale Matheny, he was like, "Hey, why don't you come with me into this chamber? I just want you to just come with me." And I walked in and I saw these people. It was COVID, and I was like, "Wow, there's a lot of people in here," and there's a lot of people I don't know. So I'm definitely joining, make sure that my business gets well. So I was like, the more people I should know, the more people that should get to know me and then my business.
So Danielle, that's what you say.
Yeah, we talk about referrals.
Who's the recruiters?
We talk about referrals. And so, Dale, who is Dale Matheny, who currently serves on our chamber board, he didn't at that time, but Dale is also a New York Life financial advisor, and Dale bought Eric in and said, I think this would be a great opportunity for you two to grow your business. So if it wasn't serving Dale, he certainly wouldn't have made the referral for Eric to come in and join the chamber.
And that's the sales pitch.
And
You
there
know,
it is.
you always talk about the chamber is a place where a person
I
knows
didn't
a
even tee
person.
you up for that.
I know, that's good. That's good. Hold on a second. Let me write that one down. Because that, and we talk about that week after week. The chamber, you're always out recruiting, having people join the chamber. But you're
you gotta
saying
do good business first, right? You can recruit all you want, but if you have no foundation in what it is that you do, it won't matter how good you are at recruiting. No one will stay, and they'll be mad that you got referred to them.
and that's what you always talk about, the retention
That's
of
right.
people.
That's right. That's right.
You guys have a lot of big things happening. Let's talk. All right, so let's talk about the young professionals. Like I said, a lot of times people really always think that the chamber is old and stuffy. Not the Chesterfield. Even when you have the award ceremony, then you tell people, all right, so
He
explain.
may or may not have Crip walk up to get his award. I don't know.
But still, you said, how long is the ceremony part and how long is the party part?
Yeah, so we had a 30-minute award show. Literally, it may be 28.29 seconds. I don't know. It was very short. And we had a 2-hour party.
And that's the energy from the Chesterfield Chamber. It is the most dynamic chamber that's out there. The members are out recruiting the next person.
That's right. That's right. And I do want, I'm going to let Eric talk about some things they got coming up over the next couple months. But Eric and the Young Professionals Committee did a fantastic job in May. That seems like a dream ago. Partnering with Boys to Men Mentoring, and had an outing out at Windy Hill Golf Course. So you talk about partnerships. We had young professionals and their crew partnering with a nonprofit member, Boys to Men Mentoring, partnering with a for-profit member, Windy Hill Golf Course, to give. You had almost 30 kids, middle to high school students.
35 kids.
Yeah, middle to high school boys. That's a group right there.
And we played mini golf, and it was a lot of trash talking.
Yes, I'm sure.
It was a lot of trash talking. Some people were saying that, Eric, you said you were going to win the whole thing, and I was like, I don't remember saying anything like that.
You went to the car with your head down.
And these young men, they did a wonderful job, having fun. We had pizza. Pizza was great. The venue was great. The setting was great that Windy Hill had. It was a nice little overcast, so it wasn't too hot. But after all of that, we got into a big circle, and we just said what we were thankful for.
Yeah, so some fellowship.
So it was a great thing with the fellowship, and everyone was saying they were thankful for meeting a good friend. So
Okay.
that was a wonderful.
Shout out to Warren and those guys.
Warren, we did wonderful.
Warren's a good guy, a friend of the program. So shout out to Warren and all the good people over at Boys to Men Mentoring. Because when you hear their stories, those young guys are telling stories like, how do you get young dudes to open up? Like when you go into a school, because men are trained not to open up. And the next step for that is just lying, like, how you doing? I'm great. And the wheels are coming off. But you know what, like a Boys to Men. So I know it was something good for you guys as well.
It was.
All righty, on the mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network. It is Chamber Wednesday. We got Danielle Fitzhugh in here. We have Eric who's with us as well. Some exciting events are coming up on the Chamber side. So what do we have coming up? And I think I'm at some of these things.
Yeah, so next week we're busy next week, so don't sleep on the Chesterfield Chamber.
Nope.
Now on the 16th, we've got another Young Professionals event. This one's a little bit more social. So Eric, you want to talk about that coming up on the 16th?
So we're going to be at Capitol Ale House. It's going to be a very social event. You can let your hair down after work. If you look at me, yes, I have hair.
You're going to let it down?
Yes, I'm letting it all down.
Go ahead now. All right, there you go.
Be careful. You might catch some. But if we're going to have a social, have a good time, just to network, get to know each and one of us a little bit more personally and professionally, so that we can actually try to make our business grow. And that's what the Chesterfield Chamber is about growing the business, growing your business, and getting your name out there.
So
if you're-
Eric, hold on
oh,
one
go
second.
ahead.
Eric, I see you everywhere. Now it's coming back to me. The first time when we were, what was the name of the event where we were out looking to raise money for the chamber?
Oh, the Total Resource
The
Campaign.
Total Resource, you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then I was seeing you at the ones where they were at the pep rallies.
Oh, yeah, the campaign rallies. Mhm.
There you go. So really the chamber has been, what has it meant to you from a business standpoint?
Oh, the chamber has been very, very well business. Me meeting different business owners, though I normally wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet through the Chesterfield Chamber, starting to develop friendships with that. So now, as we mentioned earlier, inside of the program, it's all about people who you know, trust, and like, start to do business with. So you have to be able to come into the Chesterfield Chamber, get people to see your face, get to know those persons, and then from there, that's where my business really starts.
So the 16th is the young professionals at Capitol L House.
Capitol L House, Midlothian.
Okay.
And so if you are a young professional or young at heart or a mature millennial.
Or a shout out to my man Chris, one of the seasoned,
a
seasoned business person.
That's right. That's right. And you want to network, and you want to come out to the young professionals event on the 16th after work, 5 to 7 at Capitol L House. But then on Friday for lunch, you can come to the Boathouse at Sunday Park, and Mike, you're going to join me.
I'm going to be there
on the 17th. And a little different from previous years. Previous years, we've done a candidates breakfast. But this year, we're going to have a conversation with the candidates over lunch. So we have the House of Representatives are up for election this fall. We don't have a primary in the 4th district because on the Democratic ticket, Congressman McEachin is running, is the incumbent. And then there's only one candidate, a Republican challenger for him. And so there's no primary, but we've invited them anyway. Also on the Democratic ticket for the 7th district that covers Chesterfield, Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is the incumbent. So there's no Democratic primary, but there is a Republican primary to challenge her seat. And I believe there are 7 candidates vying for the Republican ticket to challenge her in November. So that will be decided. Primary election for Virginia is June 21st. So your voice, you got to vote in order for it to count. June 17th is our candidates conversation at the Boathouse Sunday Park.
And it's the format is the same where you give them X amount of time to, is that going to be like that?
Correct. So we don't really, it's not a back and forth type forum. This is really an opportunity for the elected officials and the challengers to give their commercial, because so they get 2.5-3 minutes to give their commercial, and that is it. So instead of watching your 2.2 minute commercials between shows on TV,
you're going to get it all at once.
You're going to get it all at once. And, we speed through them. We have a couple of special speakers lined up, and Mike will be there. You'll be there set up to talk to them after and talk to businesses to see what they thought.
So when you were here last time, I just want to touch on this. You would encourage people to go get involved with the Upper Magnolia project.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get an update there about what happened with that.
It was a long 5-hour night. And our chamber leadership turned out. They had, I don't know, 4 hours of comment period on Upper Magnolia West only. 4 hours, and the rezoning did pass on a 3-2 vote. We had hoped, we anticipated that it would always be good to get 5, but it had passed planning at a 3-2 vote. We anticipated and had hoped that it would pass at the board level at 3-2 vote. Our board and our leadership and our members were out in support to make sure that the elected officials knew the importance, even to small business, on getting that project rezoned. So not only Virginia can be in a better position, but Chesterfield can be in a better position, because guess what? Whatever project comes into that, That's going to put jobs in the community. It's also going to help small business as contractors or serving that particular whatever site, whatever company comes in as subs or contract businesses. And those jobs that are created, those employees will be able to give back to their community in a fuller capacity.
There you go. On the mic, Mike. Danielle's here with us. Eric is here as well. So Eric, we're coming out of the pandemic. What's changed? So I guess people's financial pictures. Can you give an update of where people are now and what's different than pre-pandemic?
Okay. Coming out of the pandemic, everyone is more about, the conveniency. How can I meet you? How can I get into my finances, to better myself? And the conveniency is that, no longer do you have to sit with me face to face.
Old school style.
Old school style. Now I can meet you right into your home where it's more comfortable for you. So you can then discuss about, your finances. And then that way we'll get into the nitty gritty on how to actually, build yourself and build that financial house together.
Do you deal with individuals and businesses or yours is, you do?
Yes, sir.
What services do you offer for businesses?
So one of the things that we do for business, we want to just do a financial comparison, just to see if there's something that I can do to help, maybe strengthen your current plan, or if you don't have a plan, we can set about trying to get a plan together.
For like group health, like
for group, from group insurance, from group disability,
okay,
to group life insurance.
All the business
all the
insurances.
businesses platforms together.
Do you help small business owners protect their assets too?
I do.
There you
Okay, that's I thought that fell in your wheelhouse. I'm trying to tee you up.
Exactly.
Tee you up.
I'm gonna give you a sales pitch when this is over.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
I got a perfect place for you to be.
So one of the things is that we look at the full picture. So if you were trying to look at your business together, just looking at your employees, but you may not have done that type of planning because business owners are always busy. So you may not have looked at your own personal finances. So that's where some of the benefits of getting to know me. So I can say, hey, we got your business together. That's your baby. Now let's look about your full family. Let's see if we can go protect your family, making sure that you have your retirement plan together. What is that looking like?
So Eric, other than our member directory online at chesterfieldchamber.com, where can people find you? And it's Eric.
It's 2 R's.
2 R's,
And a
ERRICK.
Yeah, that's the only way to spell Eric.
I was shocked that there's another way.
Yeah, that's
the only way.
Exactly.
It's Eric.
Eric.
So it's ERRICK.
Mhm.
He being.
Oh yeah, that's
See, my son's a Michael. So so you're an Eric, and you break it down phonetically to be correct. Like, yo, this is Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
There's
no other way.
no other way how to say it.
Clearly.
But yeah, if you can find me, you can look at me on Facebook. It is Eric New York Life. So it's ERRICKNYL at New York Life. The same tagline for Twitter. And it's the same tagline. I think that's all we got. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Yeah, so you can find
New
me on
York
LinkedIn.
Life at chesterfieldchamber.com.
That's
and
right.
Eric
There's so
will come
many.
up and you won't even have to remember how to spell it first.
You're just gonna see him there.
That's
Yes.
right. There's so many different platforms available. Just type in ERRICK. You will definitely find me.
There you go. Eric is here with us. Chesterfield Chamber of Young Professionals. You're the chair of it?
Yes, sir.
There you go. All righty. So Danielle, there's a golf tournament coming up as well, correct?
Yes. So we have about 25 teams for Monday, June 13th. It's calling for perfect chamber weather day to be out on the greens out at Stonehenge. We have a hole-in-one with a Mercedes on the hole.
Okay, wait a second
Yeah,
now.
you might have to rethink. I'll find a space for you if you want to golf, but there will be a Mercedes on one of the holes.
I can't go.
I
Well, but
can't.
you know, the golf cart thing, I can kind of get down there. I can. Okay, so wait a second, Dan. Let's go back to this Mercedes thing.
Yeah, I don't know which one, but doesn't matter. It's gonna be a Mercedes on the hole.
Oh, so this isn't buying a ticket for a raffle.
No,
How come you guys
gotta-
couldn't have done that?
Well, we will. We'll have a basket of cheer. You know,
I know. The basket cheer is nice. But
yeah, you have to hit a hole in one. It has been a number of years, but I actually ran a tournament at a previous chamber where a golfer hit the hole in one and won the car.
I hit a hole in one at our mini golf.
I'm not an expert.
I don't think
I
that
ain't an
counts.
expert. I'm not an expert, but I don't think that one is gonna work.
Yeah, so there's some parameters, right, on whether or not on how you have to hit that hole in one. So
that's that fine print.
that's a fine print. So you can't use
You're
them.
burying it in the
That's right.
details.
That's right. But I'm willing to tell you, you can't use any do-overs, mulligans on that particular hole. It has to be from the regular tee box. You know, there are a couple of parameters. We do have witnesses at that hole.
I can
so-
imagine.
So can I hit from the senior tees or?
No, you can hit from
From the ladies'
ladies' tees. You can hit from the
I
ladies'
can-
tees.
What
Mhm.
kind of self-respected man? I don't even know how to play. And I'd be like,
I
yeah.
said senior.
Who's gonna work on your season?
My season.
Exactly. Gonna go out there. Well, on the mic with Mike here, it's Chamber Wednesday.
But I
We
think
cover
that's
everything.
only 135, 65 yards.
Well, that's because you got a golfer extraordinaire in your house. Is George nicer on the golf course?
George can't play a lick of golf. No, both my boys, all three of my kids did sports that neither one of us did. So my daughter was a swimmer. I can swim. I don't swim. You know, that's another conversation. My middle child, Alex, is the baseball player, and my younger son is the golfer. None of us played.
Those aren't, yeah.
George played a little basketball and he played tennis, but
No
we didn't
golf.
play those sports.
See, I come from up north. I didn't know any people who golf. None. I did not know.
It's too cold up there to golf.
It's too hot down here to golf.
You
No.
get the greens and the fairways the way you want them.
Yeah, it's not as romantic as looking at the Masters. I'm looking at that on TV and it looks nice. But you know, if it's 99 and it's 1,000% humidity and people look like they're melting, I think we'll pass. All right, so we're talking about the Chesterfield Chamber.
That's right.
The
And our
golf
golf
tournament,
tournament
yes.
on June 13th. We're doing a morning shotgun. So we gave some consideration that June could be anything. It could be 100 degrees.
Like we were just saying. Yes.
But we are doing an 8 o'clock shotgun. So we've got lunch, we've got breakfast and lunch and fun in the middle.
What time is the party event? See, that's the one.
That's for you. That's for
Yeah,
you.
what time are those festivities?
Yeah, I'm thinking folks are going to start coming off the course about 1 o'clock. So we've got a big party cookout plan for 1 o'clock
Oh,
out at Stonehenge.
I'm from up north. See, you know, you guys are punctual down here when you say a certain time. We're kind of, I'll slide through, but I'm gonna be there when the party starts.
But captain's choice, right? So it's shotgun start, captain's choice. So 20 some teams, you're starting on every hole. It takes a little bit of time to go through that, through 18 holes of
Okay.
golf. So, you know, last year, it took 5.5, 6 hours to come off the course. So we've tried to back it up a little bit to get people off. That's a long day.
That
No
is a-
matter how much you love golf, that's a long
It's a long day. So you guys are gonna be out there. That is Monday.
Mhm. And we've got prizes. We even have prizes for the worst golfing team.
You don't want to beat those guys. I know. That's
Hey,
But
like,
it's a good prize. It's lessons.
It is a-
might
I
have
mean,
to
there's
join
some
in.
pettiness in there. We give you golf lessons for the worst
Exactly.
team.
this is what you get for being horrible. Some lessons so that next year you won't be as bad.
That's right.
So do you have whole sponsors?
We've got hole sponsors
And-
for every single hole.
And why am I
Every-
asking you about whole sponsors?
I know. We had a great time out at another chamber member golf course out at Magnolia Green with our women's speaking sports RVA. Although I'm going to be judging, I'm going to be seeing if any golf hole sponsor can quite do it up like the women in sports
You guys,
RVA.
yes.
We were the hole where even the facility camped out at our hole because
Yeah.
people
Oh, wow.
stayed.
That was, you guys
I mean,
definitely
it's
ran
like
in there.
Vegas. What happens there stays there. But
And what
we were the
happened at whole 9. So Danielle Fitzhugh is part of the Women Speaking Sports heard here on ESPN Richmond. That is Lisa Traney, Steph B, Dr. Danny, Carrie Roth, and Star Mallory, who is the quarterback, point guard, ringmaster. I guess that's all of those. And so
She needs all that hat.
we were
for
out
us.
at the Darrell Green Classic,
Mhm.
and you guys were a whole sponsor.
That's right.
And
right.
it was legendary
It
about the
was.
shenanigans that went on
It
there.
was. So you have to, I mean, these are pro athletes golfing in this tournament.
Yes.
Many of them football, former pro athletes, but pro athletes nonetheless. And so you have to entertain them if you want to have a conversation with them. And we did our job.
You guys did bring
We
your
were
A game.
memorable.
You guys were memorable. And so that's what we're expecting here out at the Chesterfield Golf Tournament this week. Oh, it's next week. We'll be out there. We're
It's
going to
Monday.
broadcast from there. There will be video, but there were editing involved. Because I'm not sure if the Chesterfield Chamber, because this is your side. What did they say
This is my side hustle.
This is
Yeah,
the chamber's your side hustle. The other thing that you do is the real job. So I don't think a lot of shenanigans are going to go on.
We have a good time.
You
Don't
do
get
have
me
a good
wrong.
time. Chesterfield Chamber, it is the ultimate place where you know a person. And really quickly, as we wrap up, what is the value of I know a person?
It's priceless.
For sure.
You have no idea how a deeper relationship with your next connection can help your business. If you want to have an idea of how your next relationship can help your business, look for the Chesterfield Chamber.
But the Chesterfield Chamber does not let you come in there and be a wallflower.
No,
You don't play, you do not play that.
Yeah, I mean, we host our monthly luncheon every single month. If you want to, I will let you come have lunch on me for
One time.
free.
You said one time. You don't play that.
One time.
Because you can't volunteer. So Eric, you know, he was a nice man. He came one time. And next thing you know.
That's right. Dale called and said, why don't you come with me to lunch as a guest? He probably did, didn't he?
He did.
Here you
But
go.
I heard the story.
Yeah.
And then Dale sends us an email. I'm bringing a guest I want you to meet at lunch. He's
I got
another
one.
rep with New York Life. Want to make sure you introduce you to him. And then, we give you our best show every time we show up. Where you see us is how we are. And so whether it's the luncheon, whether it's the golf tournament on Monday, whether it's the YP social on Thursday, or whether it's the conversation with candidates on Friday, you get 100% investment in you and your business every time we show up.
And it's classic. So on the mic with Mike, that's why I rock with her. Always a pleasure. The way you guys do business is the right way. And I appreciate you giving me, you allow me to go into the political world.
I do.
I know.
Look,
It's
so
dangerous.
We all got to learn and grow. And here was my clue.
Well,
Okay.
I asked you, were all the real media people busy? Clearly, 'cause we're, the ones who really do this for a living, were they busy?
Look, any listener can go to our chamber YouTube. We have a playlist of the candidates forums from last year's general election, not the primary, but the general election. And you can look through any of that playlist, and Mike is holding it down between those candidates.
That's right. Chris Winslow's coming to the program.
Is he coming?
He's coming to the program.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? He is here
Right now?
the day before the conversation with the candidates.
Okay.
He had some good timing when he picked that out.
That's right. But we're going to be doing our federal offices with this conversation with the candidates. So just our 4th and 7th districts, those 2 districts cover Chesterfield County for the U.S. representative. So we'll be hosting those candidates for then. And I think our board of supervisors, they have another couple years.
There you go.
They have a few more years before they have to run again.
All right, Chesterfield Chamber, how do we find you?
You can find us at chesterfieldchamber.com and online at Chesterfield Chamber VA, as in Virginia, Chesterfield Chamber VA on all social media outlets.
Eric, how can we find you one last time?
I mentioned, Danielle said, go to Chesterfield Chamber, type in my name, ERRICK. You can find me there. Go to Google, type in Eric. You'll be able to find me there at Twitter. Eric.
Do you come up first? I bet you come up
I
first.
do come up first.
You know what happens when you press his
Well, my
name?
dad will come up.
Oh, your dad's name comes up.
But
There you go. Well, that's right. That guy, show some love for dad. We appreciate the love. We always want that.
Father's Day this month, so
That's
shout out
right.
to all the
To
dads
all the
coming up.
dads and all the stepdads and all those filling in those dad roles. Shout out to
For
y'all.
sure. It is something. All righty, on the mic, we got to run. As I always say, the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids do need stuff. So make sure you check. Hey, I get his granddaughter. Man, it's rough. On the mic, ESPN Richmond, the Choice 105.3. You can find us here every day. We're talking to the best and brightest out there. We got to run. All right, take care now. Thank you. Chamber Wednesday, that's what this is. Take care.